Alright guys.
So today we're going to
Take off all the fender flares, coilovers on his Genesis, but the Miata we're going to be working.
shout out.
What is going on, you guys? We are back at it again with yet another banger. So today I've got the neighbor Trey in my garage and I'm helping him replace his lower control arms on his 2001 BMW 330i. The only reason I'm helping him is because obviously I have BMW experience, but you guys don't know that because back in early 2018, 2019, I had a 335 or a 330i 01 BMW myself. Had a lot of shit done to it, but I ended up selling it and it got totaled by a drunk driver, so therefore I no longer have the car. But what we've got done so far is we've got the driver's wheel off, we've got the subframe triangle brace off. Oh, let me zoom this out. We got the subframe triangle brace out. It's 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there, or no, bolt there, bolt there, bolt here, and a bolt there. All 16s. And then we've got this bolt undone, this bolt is loose, and then we got to figure out how the hell we're gonna undo this bolt. This bolt we're probably gonna take, I've already undone the shock coupling bolt for right here. So that should help me get this bolt right there. But other than that, it's pretty fucking simple to do this. It's just tedious because this bolt right here is gonna be a pain. So I'll get back to y'all when I have an update. All right, quick update. We don't have a 21 to get, where is that? To get that nut out. So we have decided to say fuck it and just take off this bushing because that's really the only thing that needs replaced, because this bushing right here is still good and then the bushing right here is still good. That is new bushing. Say hi, Trey.
Yeah.
But we're in the process of trying to get this one out. The other side's gonna be a lot easier because the other side is completely fucking grenaded. So fingers crossed it goes smoother. So once we get these bushings out, we can put the wheels back on, or the wheel back on, and then be done with this. All right, update. So we got the knuckle off with the 3-pound hammer. Trey beat the shit out of it. But so for those who have replaced knuckles before or trying to do your knuckles, there's little cutouts in the knuckle itself that go on to these lips right here. So if you put it on and it looks like that, you're probably right. But if it looks like that, you're wrong. So just an easy way to tell what side it is, you put it on, and if it looks like that, then that's the side you need to put this on. So these knuckles are not universal 2 sides, so just make sure when you're putting on, those lips seat into these cutouts, and then it sits like how it's supposed to. So it'll sit pretty much flush like that. The knuckle, the control arm joint will go into the knuckle and it'll sit just like that. But if it's sitting the other way, so if it's not like this, it's fucking upside down and not letting the knuckle go in, you have it on wrong. So before you put your knuckles on, make sure you know which side is which. So we're gonna put this one on and then I will update you when we got it on. All right, we're back. So we got this bushing on. We're working on getting this one on. This is what the fuck we took off. That is supposed to be inside of there. The other side is right there. It wasn't as bad. It was more of a pain in the ass to get off. But this little fucking screwball right here was a pain. So we took our grippers, gripped it, and ripped it. But
Bushings are not supposed to look like that.
bruh. Jesus fuck, dude. This shit's dog water. But yeah, I mean, bushing's somewhat on, not fully though. But this one's on and fucking mint. We just need to get this one on and fucking mint. All right, back to the process. All right, guys, update. We are done. We got both the new bushings on the lower control arms, and she is back on the ground. So hopefully this fixes the handling issue. And these are the old bushings. This one was the one I was showing you that was completely grenaded. This one wasn't as bad, but it still needed replaced because it's basically shot. But yeah, that's what you get for driving 2001 BMW and not replacing anything, so boom. Does it feel so much better?
Oh yeah, shout out to Static Johnny. That's the man.
Well, it's the Ellis Productions on YouTube, but yes, Static Johnny. Next week or sometime within the next week or so, we're gonna start filming Miata content because he has a boosted Miata that we're gonna be working on, so be prepared for that to come. But yeah, we're gonna be doing boosted Miata content with Trey, and then maybe more BMW projects, I don't know, but we got a lot of content coming for the channel. Stuff with the 4Runner, stuff with my Z, stuff with the wife Z, stuff with the neighbor's Beamer, his Miata. A whole lot of shit's coming for the channel, so stay tuned for that. But the Miata we're gonna be working on is this Miata. So he wants to take this turbo out and put this turbo in. And then after that, we're gonna work on trying to get this whole fucking car back together and running. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks, because I wanna see this thing fucking running, because it's pushing 600 to the wheel, give or take. Not 100% sure, but got a lot of work cut out for us. So I'm pretty sure he wants to have his baby back too.
Yeah, dude, man. I've been missing it.
But yeah, this thing's pretty sick. Got some fucking wheels ready for it. Some TE, I think these are the wheels. Yeah, they got some TEs ready for it, waiting. And just a whole lot of shit. And he's thinking about trying to sell me this turbo, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it yet, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, boosted Miata. New more content coming for the channel. Guys, it is I'd say a couple days or about a week or so later from the last videos that you just watched of me working on the Beamer, talking about the Miata content and everything. I got the homie Fashad from work here. I'm helping him install coilovers on his Genesis. So we got Genesis content coming for the channel as well. I don't know how often I'm gonna have Genesis content, but we're gonna have some Genesis content. And then I got another homie who recently is staying with us for temporarily because of a bullshit situation with his housing. But we're gonna be having a lot more content with his Z as well. He has a 350Z HR and he wants to do like a full makeover on it. So yeah, be prepared for some shit like that to come for the channel. But anyways, let me get these wheels off, the car up in the air, and then we will get straight into the video. Fun's pretty easy. All you gotta do is undo these two bolts, this bolt, and then come down here, undo this bolt, and then these two bolts right here, and then the coilover will pop out. So, guys, update. We've got the front coilovers done. Ran into a little bit of an issue up front. So what I had to do is I had to unconnect 4 bolts off the strut bar to remove the strut bar mount brace to get that over the coil. On the passenger side, I had to tap the holes just a little bit bigger just so the coilover would fit in, and that didn't work. So since these bolts for the top hats of the coilovers are splined, I just knocked one of them out, put it in, and then put the coilover in, did 2 bolts, tightened up the nuts on the top of the other two bolts, and then I fucking took that other bolt that I knocked out, put it back in, and then tightened it down and reattached it to the coilover top hat. But other than that, the front is pretty much done. Now we are working on the rear. Give me a second, I'll flip it around. I'll show you what we're working with now. Okay, so I have to undo these 2 bolts, and then there's 2 bolts right here. I gotta undo this one and this one. They're both 19s on both sides for some stupid fucking reason. But after I undo these and undo these, the strut will pop out, and then I can drop the spring bucket to put the new spring in, and then I can put the new strut back in. There might be a bolt inside. I'm not 100% sure yet because this is obviously my first time working on a Genesis, but I'm just going off of knowledge of what I know, so there might be a bolt in here. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Guys, I'm back. Got a quick little update for the stock rear strut. So in order to put the aftermarket coilovers in, if you have unmarried ones like he got, you gotta take, you gotta take this piece off right here, or else you're not going to be able to mount the coilover up to where it needs to mount right here. So in other words, in order to get this piece off, you got to undo this, but you need either vice grips or a small wrench to clamp onto right here to get the 17 wrench on right there and undo it. So I'm gonna try that wrench hack first, and if that doesn't work, I have vice grips on the way that I got from DoorDash. Spinning. Looks like it's just spinning throughout the wrench. Yeah, no, I'm gonna break your fucking wrench if I do that. So yeah, gotta wait. Got some vice grips coming. Hopefully I can get it tight enough to where I can grip this this piston shaft, or not the piston, strut shaft, and get this nut off. I have an impact already. The homie tray is helping out with the impact. So once I get that here, hopefully I can get this off. So I'll keep y'all updated. All right guys, so we are finally fucking done with the goddamn Genesis. So with the passenger side, or the driver's side I mean, the fucking nut wouldn't unbolt. So I just took a Sawzall and cut it completely off. I'll show you what it looks like real quick. So I had to cut the nut completely off of the shock just to get it off. But for some reason, the passenger side came completely off fine. But let me flip around and I'll explain. So the fun part was on this side, this knuckle right here would not seat in. So we undid the front toe arm and took that off and then got it fed through and then put the toe arm back on. Did some redneck ingenuity to put it back in. Well, we got the springs in, the spring in, the adjustable shock in. So he's fully coiled up in the rear on that side and on this side. I was talking about on this side, I had to undo these two nuts right here, and then same thing on that side just to get this on. I had to bore out these holes a little bit, but then I was like, fuck it, and then just pulled this bolt off of the top hat of the strut, and then put it through, resplined it back in, and then tighten these bolts up. That side was a lot easier than this side. I don't know why, but the strut tower mount for the strut tower brace, these holes were like a little bit off for some reason, but they lined up with the holes, but they didn't line up with the top hat bolts. So it was a whole mess of confusion, but we got it done, and now he is on coilovers, so sitting a lot better. Front's not maxed out yet. The rear is maxed out. Once he gets on 18s with a bigger tire in the rear, his fitment will be nice. I'd say probably a 5 millimeter spacer in the rear and you'll be good. If that, I'd say, yeah, 5 millimeter spacer to poke it out a little bit. 10 is too big, but 5 millimeter will get him poked out to where he needs to be for good fitment. The fronts, he's pretty much good. Probably an 18 by 9.5 plus 10 would probably be perfect. And then if he does the rear right, he could go probably 18 by 10.5 plus 10 as well, and it would probably look good. But other than that, the coilovers are on the Genesis. Fashad is happy. We had the neighbor Trey with the boosted Miata right there come over. That's Fashad's homie. He owns this Genesis right here. Wife's Genesis, my wife's Z, my Z. So, and then I got these that are going on my Z. Probably tomorrow. I'm not going to do that today because, to be honest, I am fucking pooped. So these are going to go in the garage after he gets his car out and gets all this stuff cleaned up and put in his car. and pulls it out. But other than that, we are done with the Genesis for today. Going on, you guys, this is a couple days later from when we did Fashad's coilover install. The reason I'm coming on here is because I did a couple things to the 4Runner, and I wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on with the Z and the 4Runner. So 4Runner, we decided to take off all the fender flares. Those are going to be getting removed soon when we get the money to get actual sliders. And then we also installed some LED lights for off-roading. But me and the wife just ordered a 3-inch rough country lift kit for the 4Runner. So once that gets here, I'll be dropping a video of the install on that. But what I'm doing today is, you see on the ground, I have my single exit for my Z. I am going and getting a 6-inch extension onto the tip for my Z. And then I'm gonna take off the blast pipes for now until I get my art pipes. And then when I get the art pipes, when I get those installed, I'm gonna see what they sound like with the single exit and the blast pipes. And then I'll determine which exhaust I will be running. But I'm not extending the blast pipes right now. I don't want to run those. They're a little too loud right now. So I'm gonna hold off on extending those and just extend the single exit. So that way I just have one big tip coming out the back of the Z. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here and head over to the exhaust shop and get this extension welded on. All right, guys, we made it to the exhaust shop and they found a tip that actually fits my exhaust. So that's fucking mint. I had them cut back about 1/2 inch to get rid of the holes to where you can screw in the silencer. But right now she's getting welded, so I'm gonna flip it around and get some footage of it getting welded for y'all. All right, guys, I'm back. I got the exhaust extended about 4 to 6 inches, nothing too crazy. I just extended the single exit for now. The blast pipes I took off, and I'm gonna keep them off till I can get the art pipes. The weld shop I went to didn't really do too great of a job with the welding. It's not good quality, but it'll do for now. Plus the welds are hidden by the bumper. So if you see my car, don't look at the weld. But other than that, I'm about to go eat, and then we're either working on the Miata or the Beamer, because we got some content coming with Trey today. So I will get back to y'all when I'm over there helping him. All right, guys, so I'm back and we are working on the E46. Trey, tell them what we're doing.
All right, so today we're going to be sanding down the Bondo, pretty much getting the body back in line for the wrap.
Yeah, that's right. You heard it. We're going to be wrapping this motherfucker, so we're going to have another wrap video on the channel. I'm not looking forward to doing this wrap because the wrap idea and style that he has chosen is going to be tedious and a pain in the ass. But I'm going to flip it around, show y'all some of the body work and some of the shit we're going to be fixing, and then we'll get into it. So throughout the car, there's little spots like this that just needs to be chipped off, sanded down. He's already got the fenders and hood and front bumper off. That's why she's naked on the front. But like I said, more spots like that. The clear coat's coming off on the front, so he's got a pad sander that he's gonna be going through and sanding everything down. I might try and convince him to sand these down and fucking paint these bitches as well. Definitely gonna fix this. Looks like he's already tried touching this, and
I've sanded down the bare metal.
this right here looks like shit. So we're gonna fix that. More than likely gonna Bondo this. So I'll keep you updated on that. But yeah, and then the hood is there and fenders are right there. So with that being said, let's get into it, and then I will give y'all another update when we're on there. Oh, before I forget, he ordered these in carbon, but they sent him fucking gloss black, so we just threw these on because he had already contacted the people who sent him them, and they're gonna send him the right ones next time. But for now, to fix this not having a mirror cap, and then this one having a dusty ass broken blue one, we fixed it for now. So yeah, it's all dusty, sun faded, clear coat chipped. Just looks like dog water. So out with the old, in with the new. Oh, before I forget, another update with the interior. He got his racing seats in. They're just some cheap off-brand ones for now. And then he got a quick release. And guess what? Oh,
It's not plugged in.
you gotta have the key in. I forgot you have to have the key in with Beamers, so.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the key, so put the key in, and then horn works. Fucking mint. Mint. All right, guys, quick update. I've got this spot sanded down to bare metal for Bondo. I've got it prepped for Bondo. I've got this spot over here prepped for Bondo. There's a little dent right there, so I'm gonna fill this in, smooth it out. And then I've got this smoothed out, so most of the rust is gone from there. Just primer that. And then on this side, we'll have to lay a little tiny bit of Bondo right here because there's a hole. But we're gonna, after we do that, we'll prime it. And I've got it down basically rust-free-ish. And then right now he's going through and sanding the roof to prep it for the wrap. All right, I'm back. Trey's got the whole roof sanded down pretty much. As you can tell, I've got this rear quarter panel dent, bondoed, not sanded. And then I've got this bondoed. It looks like shit, trust the process. It'll look fire when it's done, but I tried to, there's a big ass dent right here. I guess something fell and hit and knocked a whole dent right there. But I tried to fill all of that in as much as possible. Basically the only thing left to like really work on is this right here, and then that should be good because the other side doesn't need bondoed, it just needs primer. And then after that I'm gonna try and toss a little bit of Bondo in here, not much, and then after that we'll prime this and it should be good to go. All right, guys, now that we're done with the E46 for the day, we're gonna clean up the garage, get it decently clean, and then we're gonna put the Miata in the garage, E46, go back in the driveway, and then I will end the video. But so this is what it looks like before, so let's get to it. And boom, the garage is clean. Now, to get that little thing in here and then get this back to its original slot. So here we go. Also, another update on the Z. I've got my Vertex side skirts on, the Vertex rear bumper. I don't know if I have this in this video. If I do, sand it again. I got the single exit back on. Blast lights are back off, and the single exit is extended about 4.5, 5 inches, somewhere around there. And then Vertex rear bumper is back on. The wife's car, we have put her stock rear bumper on, and she's got a single exit now. Next for her is to put those skirts on here, but that's going to be next video because I'm gonna raise the front of her car up a little bit, and then I got some more shit coming for next video. But yeah, so that's what's going on with the Z's as well. But with that being said, we've got the BMW back in the driveway, Miata's back in the garage. Miata content coming next video.
Yes.
So Trey has finally started to order parts for the Miata. Might have some more BMW content next video. If not, it'll be the one after. But other than that, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and stay groovy. Peace out, guys.